visualization. So being able to actually visualize, I think this got really popular when in the world of sports with the Summer Olympics this past summer with
Oh.
what's his face? He's an esotrope. He's a gymnast.
Oh,
And
yes. Okay.
yes, Superman. I can't think of his real name.
I'm not gonna do it. So don't look at me.
So there was a gymnast, if you are not quite picking up on what I'm talking about, who brought he was a vaulter, I believe, and no, pummel horse, and he brought the U.S. Men's gymnastics team to a team gold for the first time in like years, and the camera would pan to him when he wasn't, on, and he would just be sitting there, and it looks like he's like sleeping, looks like he's taking a nap, and his eyes are closed and he's relaxed and his arms are crossed and he's just kind of like leaned back. And when they interviewed him and asked him what he was doing, he said he was visualizing his routine, that he was like imagining the movements and the routine and imagining every little step of every little piece before he actually got out onto the mat, because that way when he did it, he just knew innately what he needed to do. And so that's a visual perceptual skill in like having that kind of like movie going on in your brain.
And so I'm a little bit older than Jessica. So to
Not
me,
that much.
well, enough.
A whole year.
Oh no. I'm much more mature, okay? So prior to him, quite a few years ago, the Seattle Seahawks made a visualization like really kind of go crazy, because they would visualize before practices and before games how the game was going to go. So that's when visualization, I think, made its real debut into the sports world.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's probably before this pommel horse was
I was
born.
going to say he was an infant.
Yeah,
he's a youngin'.
So visualization is so important, and that's how you really understand how you're going to take in space, how you're going to organize everything, and how you're going to react through space. And so at our office, we also use strobe glasses to help people understand what's happening, blocking out information, and having them need to react to it at the same speed and frequency. So do you want to talk about the strobe glasses a bit?
So they're really cool. It's kind of like if you imagine like, those old time movies that were like on the film strips, and it was like, you know what I'm talking
It's like
about?
shutters.
Yeah. Like, blah, 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 blah. So as they're wearing these glasses that look like sunglasses, the technology like kind of uses a screening so that whatever they're watching kind of is broken up. And so as they're watching things in motion, it's kind of almost like they're missing pieces that their brain then has to fill in. So if they're watching it go really fast, there's less information that their brain has to fill in, and it's a lot easier to react and respond. So if you have something coming at you and there's less information missing, you can catch it pretty easily. But if we slow it down and there's a longer interval between the usable information that they're getting, then it's going to be a lot harder to predict where that ball actually is in space. And they have to use a lot more of that like visual closure and visualization and really understand what's happening. So the point is, when we use that in training, athletes report that in real life, it's almost like reality has slowed down. They can figure out what stuff looks like kind of in slow motion. Even though it happens in a split second, they can take that information and make sense of it like so quickly that things almost appear slower. And so in real time, it's not actually, it's just their brains are pretty awesome.
Exactly. So that's one of the ways that we can train your reaction speed, because for them it seems like everything's actually moving slower, but actually they're just being able to cover more ground in a shorter time frame.
Exactly.